Good evening, everyone. I am Chinmay Khadke, and I welcome you to this weekly weather discussion video from India Meteorological Department. Here, we will discuss the weather that was observed during past week and also the weather expected during next couple of weeks. If we look at the weather, if we look at the weather systems that were observed during past week, one western disturbance traversed across the northern parts of the country from 29th December to 1st of January. This was the first WD of the season that caused snowfall in the western Himalayan region over the states of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh during this period. It also caused isolated rainfall activity over Uttarakhand. This WD also induced a cyclonic circulation over the Punjab and adjoining region that caused scattered to light rainfall activity over Punjab and Haryana on 30th of December. There was another feeble WD that moved across the extreme North India during 2nd to 4th of Jan, but it did not cause any weather. Light northwesterly and calm winds at night with subsidence across north and central India prevailed during 1st to 5th of January. If we look at the rainfall that was observed during past week, because of this WD, as we have discussed, the rainfall was observed mostly over Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and isolated activity over Uttarakhand. The remnant of this western disturbance also caused rainfall over the northeastern states of Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, as well as northeast Assam. If we look at the severe weather that was observed during past week, extensive fog and low cloud coverage were observed over northern and central parts of the India during night and morning hours throughout last week. On the left hand side, you can see the satellite imagery from INSAT 3D satellite depicting how the low cloud and fog extension increased with the progress of the week. The northwest India was affected by cold day to severe cold day during the same period. Minimum temperatures were in the range of 5 to 8 degrees during first half of the week. However, it reduced, and the second half of the week uh, was showed the temperatures of 3 to 5 degrees centigrade over many parts of the plains of the northwest India. If we talk about the cold wave conditions that isolated to few places over Punjab and Rajasthan was observed during 1st to 3rd of January. It intensified to severe cold wave over the same region during 3rd to 5th of Jan. Cold wave conditions extended spatially further across the northern and central parts of the country and prevailed over this region during 3 to 5th of January. If we look at the rainfall that was observed during past week as well as during the season, that is from 1st of October to 31st of December, the past week showed minus 78% departure from normal over country as a whole, but overall the rainfall activity was subdued over this last week. If we look at the season as a whole, all the divisions received positive departures, and the country as a whole received normal rainfall, that is departure of plus 19% from the long period average. As of today, there are two prominent weather systems that are observed. One is western disturbance as a cyclonic circulation over Iran and adjoining region, and another trough over the southeast MP and north Madhya Maharashtra. The trough the western disturbance as a Scissor over Iran is likely to reach and uh, affect the western Himalayan region during 7th to 9th of January. Under its influence, isolated rainfall and snowfall is expected over this region. Dense to very dense fog spell over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, and these parts of northwest and central India are likely to prevail during next 3 days, but there is likely reduction thereafter. No significant change in minimum temperatures is likely over northwest India during next 24 hours, and rather rise in the minimum temperature by 3 to 5 degrees thereafter is expected. So as you can see, the red color is given for warnings today. But if we look at tomorrow and day after tomorrow, overall there are mostly the orange color coded warning that is given over the northwest India, and thereafter it is reducing because of increasing in the minimum temperatures. If we look at the forecast for the minimum temperatures during next 2 weeks, as we have discussed, for the week one, no significant change is expected during next 24 hours for parts of northwest India. However, the temperatures are likely to rise by 3 to 5 degrees in the subsequent 2 to 3 days. No significant change in minimum temperatures are likely over East India during next 2 days. However, fall in temperature by 2 to 4 degrees over that part of East India is expected thereafter. Thus, cold day and cold wave conditions are likely to continue till 6th and then gradually abate thereafter for subsequent period of the week. However, the cold wave conditions are likely in some areas of the East Central India during the week. That is week 1. If we look at the forecast for week 2, minimum temperatures are likely to be below normal by 2 to 3 degrees over most of the parts of the countries outside western Himalayan region and northeastern states, where these are likely to be near normal or above normal. Cold wave conditions are likely in some areas over northwest and adjoining central India, mainly during first half of the week, and some areas over east and central India during the week. If we look at the rainfall forecast for next 2 weeks, during week 1, as we have already discussed, because of the passage of this western disturbance, snowfall is likely over western Himalayan region during 7th to 9th of January. However, no significant weather is likely over rest of the parts of the country during this week 1. If we look at the week 2 rainfall forecast, another WD is likely to affect northwest India during second half of the week 2, that is likely to cause rainfall and snowfall over the western Himalayan region, and it is also likely to cause light rainfall over isolated parts of adjoining plains of northwest India during this period. Overall, rainfall activity is likely to be near normal over parts of western Himalayan region and below normal over remaining parts of the country. The impact of easterly waves and northeast monsoon are likely to be subdued during both the weeks, leading to below normal rainfall over the southern peninsula during week 1 and normal to below normal during week 2. The conditions would become favorable for cessation of northeast monsoon rains over South Peninsula during first week. That is all from our side today. Do make use of our Android and iOS apps for any weather updates, and please follow us on IMD website, our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram handles, as well as our YouTube channel. Thank you.